It's Tanner from high school.
I think it's like a tryout spot. I think it's we need to actually perform right now.
Chalk up a dub in this head-to-head.
G2 on defense, 100 Thieves on attack, and we are not messing about. Dude, look, G2 got so many here. Fast Flood should be outrageous.
We're getting the space, still finds the entry. That's stunning.
Okay, much better. Dude, I was looking at the two behind the wall, and no one else pushing through the wall, thinking, guys, surely.
Gives him that even kill in the pistol. Sends it all up to Cryo. MVP in Paris. The best player in Paris, and it's up to G2 to make him feel like an average player in Los Angeles.
Chad, what did he get for being MVP? Did they give him anything?
Nicely done from G2. Quick into that B site to deny a fast execute from 100 Thieves. Opening from Timo was still sick. That is where
like
he
a little
really
black thing.
excels
That's cool.
a player. 100 Thieves really finding their identity as a team after making that swap. Having Austin pick up the second duelist, Timo be more of the hard entry again.
What are some of you typing, man?
Juxtaposed to that, they're having a bit of an identity crisis.
And he got money. And he got money. Holy.
Stage one hard forcing that. Moved away from it. Started
okay, full eco on this one. We'll say it was a nice fast flood in the end.
Back to some double duelist, Baby Bay picking up Neon.
My guy nearly jumped in real life.
He did in kickoff.
Trying to get out of there.
Is this the recipe for success, though? Or will they be forced to switch things up again?
I feel like the switching up begun into Santiago. These guys were trying to find their footing in that really Neon-dominated meta, and somehow Nongshim Red Force has popped up in their way like 3 times since then. They've really had to reckon with their
Aura's
style
playing
of
insane as well. I
fix
imagine
them.
they almost been playing really good for them to win as well. So
Out of these here are converging on this.
again, they can take a loss here.
Where are the cove? Oh, he even
They just have to be peeking around because they got to get top 2 right, no matter what. They just got to be peaking in like
it looks like the wheels
3
are
weeks'
starting
time.
to fall off the 100 Thieves heist-mobile.
No investment into that round, so it makes it easy as can be for G2. 100 Thieves on this Breeze map. I remember when they debuted this comp back in the last stage, and at first it seemed crazy, but they really cooked something up that's working for them to the extent that we're seeing other teams trying to copy it, try and play similar agents, play in a similar style.
100 feet, dude. They did this for the first buy? Interesting.
High up in their
Are we doing
pool,
the smoke on this or not?
why they picked it.
Nah, just triple swing. This is going to get weird. Might be doing the best thing for what's going on.
Underway.
How much did the drone see? I'm not sure it actually saw many here. I don't think it turned in time.
Knows that the Thieves have at least some interest
Asuna,
in side.
very far away from his Phoenix, so it's a bit of a rough start for 100 Thieves.
On these attack sides.
Like even ult-wise, they're pretty far away. Increase the stream volume, so I can get here.
Patient lurker, but has a knack for still finding those timings, picking up easy kills.
Let's try it there, and if it gets too loud, I'll
being
turn
ready
it down.
for backstabs late in the post plant to close out rounds. And it just often ends with him on the scoreboard finishing a 100 Thieves victory with 25+ kills. Timo's second entry of the game already.
This setup from G2 was intended to contain 100 Thieves in mid, but they didn't have a top mid presence. Lose Trent out to a straight up duel, and now starting to feel the heat on this A side of the map. It's Valen here, and those footsteps come through. He needs to be the antidote to this chaos, but Timo is far too quick to the click.
Is playing this well.
Maybe they will wait on this. Here's a pitter-patter of many footsteps head over towards this A side, and he needs to fight his way out of this situation, but simply doesn't see as he passes by Arsenal and is taken out.
From them. Are they going to be greedy?
Put him in the vice grip.
You could definitely be greedy.
Go on,
be greedy. Nice.
Waiting for the rest of the team to be able to encircle Baby Bay. Good flash from Asuna.
Now this puts G2
4 orbs already in this round. It's
in a
good,
tough
man.
spot.
It's
Bulldog
really good.
and Stinger somehow to
Wait, 3, sorry.
try and extract some value from this round. Failing that, a very clean first buy for 100 Thieves.
Mocha, thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate the 14 months.
G2 don't really feel like going for too much here. Catch some of these Thieves players on the way out, and that'll be that.
They're switching Neon players. I think that, again, I think they're still like struggling at the moment to work out like what they wanted to and want to play.
I'm going to be looking closely.
They might be in like the transition of trying to have set roles.
You've got an IGL that sets the standard in Valen, and
that's a Phoenix
like
ult.
4
in one
you could
round.
set one of your own.
Really good.
And he had some fighting words for Valen out there in Paris.
as close to perfect
I
as
think it
you're
was
going to
much more
see.
well-behaved than Valen described it in that interview. Mora was still looked pretty demure and mindful while trying to talk trash.
But happy to add a little insult to injury after being the third new build America's team to pick up a global trophy before our consistent reigning champions in G2. I mean, unfortunately, this is just the narrative. This is the story that they exist in.
Hello, Doom Bros?
Dominance in our region and always searching for that global success. And this is the path, the beginning of it. Their last chance in 2026 to lift one of those trophies, the biggest of them all. It's champions. They still got to work their way to getting in the tournament. Obviously, they're off to a good start. They have plenty of champions points. You assume that they're going to get there.
And I wonder how it kind of feels to be Jorgamo in this position. Someone who
Hope they
actually
keep
has
on
realized and
down
felt and
Neon Jet.
experienced how hard it is
Just
to
commit.
try
Yeah,
and
that's what I
come
mean.
back after
You gotta
being the
just
best in the
commit.
world, winning a championship, trying to reclaim that moment.
So
that
weird, because
window,
double duelist
that
should
form,
work
that
really
team,
well.
The mix, the
Like in
the
my head
chemistry.
here, could
It's
they
been
not
years.
just go
And he's been grinding that entire time.
Phoenix,
He's watching a team of young players who
Neon,
just
Jorgamo
achieved a
goes
victory at
Phoenix,
an international
Baby
event.
goes Neon, and you just run it
Back
every
of his
map.
mind is probably going, you guys don't know what you're getting into. I'm sure he'd love to remind them who's boss here at home, but also seeing these guys, many starting out their careers in Tier 1. Timo, who didn't ask for permission to be in Tier 1.
What maps
he
were they
broke
trying
in.
something like that on?
I wonder what he's thinking now in a matchup like this. Also with a role that
Haven?
is kind of evolving in real time.
I felt like the
Bit of
Jorgamo,
KO on this
the
first map, leaning a little bit
Jorgamo
more into
Phoenix on Haven looks so
supportive
good.
player.
Yeah, supportive, and yet still the KO is excellent here for getting involved in the fighting. I mean, in fact, one of my favorite KOs to watch on this map historically was Asuna. The way that he's been able to really
You have an
effectively
internship
pace
in
with
Liquid.
whatever
Mate, I got no
100 Thieves
idea.
duelists he
You're asking
had
the wrong
from
person.
time, whether that be all the way back to the days where he was running in to support Will, you know, years ago. He played with that kind of, that pace, that aggression, tons of nice pop flashes for teammates, but for himself. And we have seen Jaw been
no
able
power,
to
mate.
pull off that similar style of play the couple times that they've played Breeze so far.
Oh, the EMEA games today, pretty
with
decent, man.
this new comp look. I think he's actually been the highlight.
He had a chair issue down on stage. I'm hearing it was too plush.
It
It
was,
was lulling a player into like
bit
a
of a
half
disappointment for
sleepy
Gentlemates, I
state.
would say, in
State
terms of how they
juicy, lots of
played.
2 battery type vibes. But we're back into the game.
If you're a Heretics fan, it's not looking
Or
good,
activate.
but that can change pretty fast.
Nothing to spot here.
Okay,
in
most
A main
important
for us,
round.
but has to clear it anyway.
1, 2, 3.
Diligent.
Kind of
He was
4
happy
that
to
would
get
have
a
to eco.
Late kill last round. To the
Phoenix ult, they
all-active
managed to
here
get it up.
for the first buy round, an opportunity to break the G2 economy early.
Do they insta
And
make a
slower
decision
pace
off of
really
this or
plays
not?
into G2 with like a 40-second 0-point timing. It's going to slow things up further and get you some really valuable info at the midpoint of the round.
Any words for the Pacific fans? It can't get any worse.
Joke's over.
All right, this is the
I think they got a win
now.
coming.
Running back for us, and as he pushes into the side,
think
he
they
gets-
have a
gets
win in them.
past
I really
that
do.
fragment, and Valor's too busy trying to clear that recon out of the way. Jaw now going to strike, going to get involved in this fight as Arsenal's going to be sent back to A main, and the spike is loose on the site. But again, Trent is handled in mid. It's that late
They just need that
activation
one
from
win.
Cryo. Now, there
One
could
win
be
in
a bit
terms
of
of belief,
thorn
and
in the
that's it.
side of G2 as he makes his way in through mid. Babyface cleared off
Oh.
the side, and it's Lee
Really?
again to be called on to salvage
Wait.
a tough early round. His
Oh,
crosshairs in the right spot,
mate,
but
that's
Cryo is a little
unlucky,
too
man. That's a
sharp.
nice try from Leaf.
And it's
I felt like
these
he had
two.
it all day, for sure.
Leaf and Cryo late in the round, you always expect to be trying to have that impact.
Leaf had the game sense, the position, the
Yeah,
crosshair
everything
placement
was
looked
perfect. He
Good,
just missed 2 bullets.
but Cryo is in serious form. Had one of those kind of classic Cryo lurks earlier in the round. You just see him biding his time and elbow the whole
Ah,
way.
big crowd.
Ready to cut off a rotate. Does just that. Clutches out. And this is 100
We got
Thieves.
Outlaw
They're able to
confirm
break
everyone.
The G2 economy.
Finally getting an accolade to match the consistent performance, right? The MVP in Paris.
Absolutely one of the
Ooh.
best America's players
This,
to
this
have
knife.
not lifted
So
a
no,
global
people normally
trophy.
do this knife,
No
and
longer
it lands
a
on like
sentence
this
to be
part,
spoken
but
about
they
him.
have it so it goes a little
I
deeper and it's a
remember
little
even
lower,
a
so
couple
it actually
months
scans
ago
like
in an interview, he
more
was
of this.
talking about being
Pretty cool.
inspired by his friends,
Honestly,
his
I
American
didn't-
players around him. who
I
have
didn't
been
realize that
able
bit was
to
there.
successfully get
They
that
min-maxed the hell
accolade,
out of that.
and how bad he wanted to be among them.
Trent has been getting battered here in mid. We're 3 rounds out of 5 so far. He's been on the wrong end of a
Go and
first kill.
fake over towards B with smoke.
He's been
Pulls
varying
the
up his
neon
approach,
over.
but Timothino
Astra's
is just a little
tempted.
bit too sharp. Again, the weaponry.
Astra here some running? Okay.
Leaves a little bit to be desired here for G2 now. Is this thrust onto the A side of the map? Joel's going to try and dispense this util to buy a little bit of space. Try and get in and take this fight perhaps, but he's going to be brought down instantly. It's abandoned from Valen. An admirable
Mate,
little
Cryo is
two-piece, but far from enough for a
insta-popping
round
people.
like this.
Kind of shots you want to see from Valen on Breeze, though. The last
Dude,
incredible
just
game
try do some
that he had
damage.
individually this year.
Doesn't have to go
it
for
was
it.
their 3-0 win to qualify for Santiago. All
It's
the
coming
way back
home,
in
mate.
kickoff. He
What are you talking about?
dominated a series on Astra.
He's in the
With
third,
something like 65
the bronze
kills to
medal.
35 deaths. He was outrageous.
And while we talk about Hunter Thieves having this monkey on their back of G2, right, this spectre that always looms over their games, for G2 it was Nongshim. They lost twice to them in London after really struggling to get to grips with their style in Santiago. Paris, rather. And I think for Valorant, it's kind of a mission right now to restore some credibility and confidence in his system and the way he operates in this team, which up until a couple months ago has been above reproach.
The Zebra, thank you, mate.
G2 opportunity.
Oh, is that what's going
Now
down
for their
there?
second
Big
gun
game,
round.
man, big game.
Moment there. Maybe they had the ult, but switches back to the
What is
rifle.
this? They got Harbor ult, but they
100
are going
Thieves with this
4,
momentum just
5 middle.
snowballing into
Oh,
ults.
okay, it's the
Keep
normal.
the momentum
Wait,
going, the aggression going.
Early action here for Timo. Do you expect 2 players to be pushed up an elbow like
The
this?
great,
Joe essentially was alone
great
in that
fast
regard,
turn
but
from
Cryo's
Flash,
able
to
to
be
peek in and make it up.
mate, they're
trade
doing
up for Hunter
iterations of their ult.
Timo doesn't get the first blood this round, but that pressure
wonder in
of light
EWC
created an opening
if they
towards this
faked
site
A
that 100
and then
Thieves are
actually went over
exploiting.
towards B, and now
They're
they're
getting into the
faking
post
B
plan
and then
with the
going back
man
over towards A.
advantage, with a
This is what
reckoning
this
in
felt
the
like.
hands
This
of
reeks
Bang.
of Doom Bros, man.
This round should be over. But it looks like G2 want to go for it.
And it's going to be
Wanna test
Harbor ult
100
stuff
Thieves-
as well.
100 Thieves, excuse me, despite this disadvantage.
It does feel deterministic when you're dealing with the reckoning. Here it comes. Gonna be a problem for Trent here, and Leaf is just left alone on an island, no pun intended. Out in the middle of the site, blinded up, an easy target.
It's just got to be
My
saved
God, look at
time.
him go, man.
No other
They
options.
look great.
100
Dude,
Thieves would
this
be.
is actually the Doom
happy to
Bros.
go
It's the
for a
Doom
hunt.
Bros special, man.
Cryo gets the audio cue on both of them.
They use the anti against you. Oh, nice shot.
Snappy stuff from the young caller.
They use the anti against you, make it look like a similar
Triple gets some
strat,
of
and
his
then
own
just change it
back
up.
here, and he will be carrying a gun out of this round unless Bang has something to say about it. Oh dear. Backed up into that one, didn't we?
1, 2, 3,
Rifle is
4,
G2.
5 ults, but they go down to an
dropped 2
eco, so
rounds
hopefully
behind
they don't
100
pop too
Thieves.
many in this.
And I've got to wonder
Who's the team that was popping
just how
ults
many
today?
Drops RT timeouts
Gentamates
are going to be
again.
required to stabilize this defense side.
Gentamates.
The plan coming into the round from 100 Thieves was just so good.
Heretics?
The
Heretics did
split
it as well,
into
actually,
A
yeah. Not as bad.
with
It wasn't
a
as bad as Gentamates,
Little
but...
bit of layered deception,
Bruh,
but that
I got a hair in my eye. What is going on,
towards
dude?
the connector.
Killing me.
It just completely threw G2 off.
The hand was on the button
He
in
was,
advance.
he was ready to go. Can't blame him.
Should
Because
I
in
join
addition to
MIBR and fix
being
them?
at this deficit, 100 Thieves being on a
I
4-round
mean,
run.
maybe.
G2, they've stacked up all 5 of their ultimates when we get back into
you're good
this.
enough,
So
why not?
There could be a game plan coming through to maybe get an early advantage with some lower buy weapons and then risk just rattling the ults off on this next round where G2 are going to have a lower
Mates
buy.
are slightly
But
desperate.
ultimately,
Yeah,
the
it
gun
did
round
look like that.
after, they need to
Dies as well. Hello, mate.
must-win
Appreciate the prime. Thank you for the
round.
13 months. Thank you for doing
Josh
that.
has his hands full in this matchup. On the other side of the stage, the European superstar coaches NBS and Doom Bros have already notched up their 2nd global championship.
MBS
a
winning
lot.
that first champions was 5 years ago.
That's
Doom
no
Bros
way you
winning in
replace Verno.
Copenhagen 4 years ago, and they've still
Vano's
got
a
it.
weird one because I don't know what he's like
Definitely
in
feels like
game.
when they
I
touched
mean,
down
like
here in
out of
Americas,
game, I
there was
guess.
more of confidence about those two that they could really drive change in this region.
But he
and
needs
with a team that
this
you know,
whole
had frustrated its fans for
smoke
so long
arc
by
that they're
coming
trying.
so close, but
That's
taking
not a
that
thing,
important
man.
last step
Like
into a global.
he either
into an
plays
international
Fade
event.
on the maps that he has
So
to
far
play
they haven't
Fade,
seen-
or you just
But
force
yet
Sova
there
or
is
something.
still that desire for 100 Thieves to
He needs
now
to be able
take
to
it
play
to the
Fade,
next
though.
level. They succeeded at EWC, but
He's
It's
like one of the best
taking that
servers
to
when
a
he's at his
Masters,
peak.
But in the case this year,
And
just
probably the
champions.
best server
That's
all
all
in the
we've
game.
got left. It's about not being stuck at that same brick wall they haven't been able to get past, being just one away from qualifying.
But it's going to take him a long time to get good
It's
at
teams
smokes,
like
man. It just
NRG
doesn't make
and
sense.
G2 that have
Not a
kept
good
them
arc to go on.
just away from making it to one of those globals. That's why we're talking about the 0-5 against G2 that began on this day 2 years ago, the first time they lost to them, and they haven't been able to beat them since.
And before that, they owned the rivalry. In fact, they sort of beat them in the stage finals back in 2024. It's a pretty decisive game. This is very much a big stack for
Gambled
G2.
wrong on this one from
Around a lot
G2.
of these pistols. Only a leading jaw on this A
On
side
the
of it.
plant, Vora gets his ult. And Asuna has his ult as well for the big buy rounds.
Like any hopes
They actually
G2
have
would
some
had at
ults
getting
of their
into this
own to
round
try
early,
and
hard dashed, just gambling a bit more towards that
not really
B-side.
counter because they're not going to counter. But wait,
No
really?
Interest, I guess, in a lot of ults, except
Wow,
the
no,
Cosmic
there's the
Divide comes
committal.
out.
Astro.
Okay, we're going to start to see these drawn forward now, but the weaponry's still not really there for G2. Cry able to catch out Leaf there, inside connector, and the commitment of the Astra ultimate and the overdrive
Overdrive.
yield zero
And they
result.
didn't
for
get a
G2.
kill for it.
I suppose just not feeling like they
After
had
a timeout
enough
as
future
well.
value to not take a risk in this round, given the higher impact ults of the
Why is
double
the,
initiator that they have available.
why is the ult
be
usage
more
today at an
consequence
all-time low?
on
What's
the
going
full
on?
buy. So I understand the logic there. But 100 Thieves
Nice! Let's go!
properly positioned around that post plant to deny
Yeah, my
them
guy's
with
just like,
ease.
bruh.
All the crossfires.
That's
Cryo
right.
indoors. Stacked
Get
up
him on the
multiple players
server.
to absorb Baby Bay's aggression. A Baby Bay that now does have the operator. Was considering it earlier, opted against it, but wants to pick it up now.
3 rounds to the good for 100 Thieves. Guns back in G2's hands, and Baby Bay gets an op and finds that pick. How do 100 Thieves plan to respond?
Doors, right? Or where's-
Yeah. No, upping top mid.
Top mid.
Yeah.
I look at when I like just.
Carol,
kinda
I'm
low
gonna
here.
I'm gonna drone.
I'm gonna peek.
Yeah, make the noise, make noise. Tim has a good timing.
No one bricks, no one tree.
Dead
Nice.
yellow?
I don't see the op.
Sova was here. No, op shouldn't be here. I think you guys have a free sight.
I don't see anything.
Nice,
Sorry,
nice.
sorry, I'm with you, Sean. I'm with you.
You can't flash us over there.
Dart flash.
Can't
Oh, wait.
over.
I'm gonna snipe roll. Can you guys wait 2 seconds?
Yeah.
You don't have.
one off.
Okay,
Cool.
here.
I think the opera's posted on me.
There's two.
Two.
Double
Two.
door.
Ooh, big miss.
I'm gonna wall. Make it think we're going to.
I'm gonna be.
This opera's gonna be on B site.
We have Cove.
I can do a Cove now. I can do Cove more.
Yeah,
Peek this ding.
Right, dong.
One more on mid.
One more mid.
You
Doors.
should go back A if you can.
Yeah. Throw a Cove B.
Yeah, do the emo.
Do a lurk covers.
Dome sets.
Are you gonna flank?
Alright,
me?
look at this from Trent.
Okay.
Sova.
He's aiming.
Oh,
That was the mid guy.
Open the van. Double door.
30 seconds left.
Opera's probably B.
He could have crossed
Yeah,
already.
it could be
B
default.
site, yeah. You with me?
Yeah,
going
go,
left.
go.
3, 2, 1.
We go left.
Yeah. You wanna flip?
Yeah, flip. We have Cove in 9.
Left pyramid. Kill
Kill
this
this
guy.
guy.
One of you go right. One of
Going
you go right.
left.
kill this
Going
guy.
left. Going left. Go right.
Go. Split.
Nice plan. We have Cove as well.
10 seconds left.
Mid door.
Double door.
Last player standing.
Dome sets.
Ooh, good spot now. Lovely round.
Let's go.
Too icy. The way you guys split right there.
Talk about being rewarded for basically reading the entire
comms
round
are nice,
perfectly.
bruh.
From
Comms
the
are
position
really
of Baby
nice.
Bay over at B to the choice to double up and double door. Feels like 100 Thieves just read G2 like a book, and not even Baby Bay could stop them.
Credit to Trent, though. Honestly, you were seeing his pathing around the map. It felt like he was ahead of it, but yet 100 Thieves knew exactly what he was going to do. On top of all of that, a round where you are just seeing that cryo form. Watching him
Force him down
take
to another
these lurk
eco.
timings,
On the
to duel.
on the big buy rounds,
Absolute peak.
they forced them down to an
No one
eco.
can deal with
G2
it.
used 0 ults.
G2 have done
On the
very
eco,
little in this map
2
after
ults.
winning the pistol. It's been a quiet 6 rounds
It's
from
another eco right now.
They're forced into this
Do
one to
they
a
use more
degree, at
ults?
least with these stingers. Still heavy stack on B, and they've not got the confidence in a round like this to have any presence in mid. You know, Timo's chomping at the bit here to fight, to get some value out of this Outlaw. Well, they're drawing out a B here. Comes
Good
at a pretty
bait.
good time. Might force 100 Thieves
Go on,
to
just
fight
take it,
for it again.
Cryo,
They
see ya.
should be brimming with confidence.
The confidence levels are way too high, man.
And why wouldn't you be? Just
How'd
as
you
you
play
said.
against this?
Just so smart, knowing that
Oh,
timing
the
that
confidence levels
Cryo would
are way
have.
too high.
Both sides of the map. Pressure from 100 Thieves, kills being found with the better weapons. Some patience from them. Just making sure that they group up, get a good exec off. No reason they can't bring this to 7.
And they've got
Big play.
Banks high tide. They've got the Cove to help
Fight
them
goes
cross.
down.
This is a timing from Baby Bay, though, sliding on through.
Good move from Baby Bay.
That could be disruptive. Arsenal, they're affected by the Nova Pulse. They want to pick up and get back on with the job. Baby Bay's got himself into a bit of a nasty spot. The Blaze Bulldog's going to obscure 100
God,
Thieves
it's
for
so
now.
nice
And
to watch
Cryo,
right now.
once again,
Oh my.
found a way to be the cat amongst the pigeons.
They look
just
sick.
Continuing the reign of terror. He can't be shut down.
They're all way too confident.
Good attempt from Baby Bay. The flank, there's a nice shot with the Sheriff, but in that position, as soon as the Cove comes down.
Hey, you
it's
gotta
over for
insta
him.
one tap them else you're dead.
Feels
See?
different, doesn't it? The atmosphere around this G2 team right now.
Don't place.
A
like
residual
a
with the
grim
prime appreciate the 4
determination.
months.
Maybe a discomfort.
I don't think we've ever seen them in at least the last couple years where they have needed to bounce back from honestly like so much mental damage, so much adversity that they've been working through within this last month.
And they are
Arbor.
trying to squeeze every drop
Okay,
of
are they
value
now
they
just
can
gonna
out
go
of
for their
Baby Bay.
normal A split
They
with
are
the
putting him
Harbor?
everywhere. Vice, Sentinel, put him as a dive duelist, secondary duelist, and now the solo Neon on this map.
They're out here breaking legs with
How much
the-
more does he
with
have to
this.
give?
This is a Doom
100 Thieves
Bro
just
special,
keeping a
man.
straightforward exec into
can't.
A. Right back, going to
Bringing back
at least
memories.
keep the rest of the team.
This is what he used to
safe,
do all the
knowing
time
that
with
they can
ults,
just path
man.
into that site unscathed. I like that Timotino wants to take a forward position here.
They're going to retake
Dude,
against
they had
the
no
Reckoning.
resistance.
Again, Wyatt.
They
We
didn't
saw
even
how that
have
went
to ult
last
as well.
time. G2 were forced into a save in the end. Trent here, though, is going to get his. Timo's pushed pretty far forward, despite being suppressed by this null command. Gets his. Now wants to surge forward. This is a problem. He's a
Oh, that's
backstab
a
presence
crazy
here
kill
for
at Leaf
G2
as well.
potentially. And Jaw's going to be knocked on down. Leaf is fallen because Timo found his way through the backside. And Trent's
Could be
been the
anywhere.
one to
Perfect
try and
crossfire.
smooth things out. With the antidote to
Medina has to
chaos.
play first.
But in a 1v2 with players diametrically opposite him, there's nothing to be done. Slide through, and the audacious Timo puts a cap
They
on
look
it.
so good, man.
I think that's a round that honestly encapsulates that idea we touched on of 100 Thieves finding their identity. The swap of Asuna to the secondary duelist, Timo to the primary duelist.
Enemy remaining.
Both of them kind of fighting their individual wars and coming out on top.
The problem with G2, mate, I can't focus on anything else. 100 Thieves
Asuna
look
on
too
his
good.
Phoenix has just
I haven't
been
even looked at
different.
G2 for like
So
the
much
past 20
scrutiny
minutes.
thrown towards him every year with 100 Thieves, hoping the fans
I saw that
hoping for so
perfect
much
round
more
from 100
success,
Thieves.
But they've got it right now.
Nah,
He
I can't
is
look at
looked
anything else.
So comfortable with this current iteration of the roster. It really
Why
is
would you be
beautiful
looking
to
at
see.
anything G2's doing right now?
Josh has one timeout left. May need to spend it on the attack side. It's Cryo, man. This guy is unshakable! And Baby Bay ends up taking him on solo. They're all theft now.
How can you lose? How can you lose with
That's
him
the
on
best
your
part.
team?
You just don't.
Is Breeze
kills
being very attack sided?
for Cryo,
Hey,
And
dude,
it's a
don't you
G2 that are
start.
reeling.
Don't you start.
And now it's a matter of the finishing blow.
One enemy remaining.
Arsenal has that in space. Takes 0 damage from that encounter.
Jesus.
And that's a full house between him and Cryo.
Everybody just has the aim lock on. Timo, Cryo, Asuna are just going crazy.
I mean,
Look at this shutdown. It's funny because there was so much talk. I mean, I remember myself included. We're watching 100 Thieves earlier in this year. We want to see Cryo go off in this Sentinel role. And of course, you're just going to lean into the thinking of, well, can we get this guy in chamber as much as possible? He is one of the all-time great oppers in Americas. But yet he is just fully leaned into this Cypher. And as time has gone on, we are just watching him get better and better at it. To the extent where he can put the team on his back when they need him.
Maybe a
that's another really
little.
illuminating 0 point there from Jaw.
No, okay. was wondering if they're going to try anything over towards A with the info.
Spotted 3 from 100 Thieves. They've pulled out of elbow now, and they might be considering testing the pit.
What are these guys planning? Force through?
Skirting around the edges for the time being, but this
I
appears
mean,
to
drone.
be a commitment from 100 Thieves. The Reckoning brought to bear by Bang. Lee forced to play from the outside of this Poison Orb. Now this is dangerous. Stunned up as he tries to make his way in. Has to respect the relay pulse. And even in that pocket, he was looking to make some chaos happen. No. He was just a passenger.
What's happening, bro?
Draw down to that
Just
shot.
styling on him now.
What is going on?
I mean, it was
Accidentally
a very
styling on
util
him.
heavy moment. Look at all the X's on the map in that corner.
Looks disrespectful.
100 Thieves really understood the contingencies in that situation, though. The additional relay bolt, where that Viper could have gone back in towards the pit, in towards Cubby. Leaf is red in that situation, and the double face undoes Trent. 1 versus 2.
It's
Valen.
lovely.
Can he give G2 a third? Brutal half for
Brutal
G2,
crossfire.
returning to America's soil.
One smoke.
100
If you can
Thieves just
somehow
picking
get over
up
towards
right
the
where they
spike, it's
left off
winnable.
at EWC.
Winnable.
How do you prevent this from utterly shattering your confidence? Valen has nothing to show there as a 10-2
It's
half
so nice to watch.
concludes.
It's a
100 Thieves
masterclass.
only give the pistol and then anti-eco up, and the rest of it is the smoothest
0
of sailing.
violence for G2. Did they mess up with their ults
Fast
for sure? Their ult
executes,
management's
the
awful.
splits towards A. G2, no answers. No success on the retakes.
still
Just
really
watching
nice to
100
watch,
Thieves getting in good post-plant positions, fighting together aggressively, and all the while, when that's going on, Cryo is just picking the perfect lurk timings. Catching off the rotators, knowing when it's a good time to take an isolated duel as well. He has just been phenomenal.
We've got a quick break in the works here. Unlikely it's going to be enough for G2 to bounce back from that. They've got to get their heads on straight if they want to make it a competitive breeze. Stick around and see if that's the case, or if we're quickly going to get ourselves off
Cry's
the
in great
sunsets.
form. It feels like the whole team's in good form, man. They took a lot of bold peaks, but they instantly melted everyone.
How I ended up here. It all started when I got to the FIFA World Cup, and wow, thousands of Verizon customers.
Oh, you got the free Verizon tickets too?
No, I'm with amazing seats.
I'm sorry. Okay.
And even pitch side access.
Are you? David Beckham, a Verizon customer.
This used to be for players. Now it's for Verizon customers. No one gets you closer. Only on Verizon.
Are G2 locked in for champs? Oh, I don't think so, mate. It's a great thing to do in the break. Where are we? Champ points. A little look at America's. Are G2 locked in? Are they locked in? Lev would have to fail. NRG would have to do incredibly well and at the same time kind of fail. Have to do well early. And then G2 would have to flop the whole way. They're probably going to be alright, let's be honest. But it's possible. There's a world.
Into a smoke at the end of that
What's
last
this
round. and
Doom Bros
eventually just get
masterclass?
brought
Yeah,
down.
it's
It wasn't
pissing me
a
off,
war,
man,
but a
I'm not gonna
whimper that Valen capitulated with at the end of a brutal defense side for G2. Now with the margins razor thin on Breeze, he has to call a hell of a tack side half to get his team back in this game.
Against 100 Thieves that, off that trophy lift, have come back to Americas with the confidence and the fire that a tournament win like that provides. So far, haven't skipped a beat. They just have to close
Reverend,
out on
thanks so much for the
defense.
tier 1, man. Appreciate
3
the 10
rounds
months.
away from victory on their own map pick.
England are 3-0.
Mostly an open
Mate,
B site here. It's
chat.
just Cryo playing
This
off the
third
back,
place
I'm sure he'll
thing,
be
it's who wants it more. It's like a
poised
Valorant
here, though, to
off-season
buy some time and
tournament.
maybe take a frag.
It's whoever wants it more.
Love to be a Cypher when those trips come up just a little bit faster.
Not even
with
worth
the
looking
highlight.
at.
Yeah.
It's a Mickey
So
Mouse.
here just trying to block off any push here. There's an intuition of a timing from G2 that 100 Thieves might try and come at them. Arsene is down. Jaw with a quick flash off this. Cryo caught unaware. That's a great little one piece here in the midst of this fight. Bang's been able to get pretty deep onto the site though now with this cove up. He gives it a tap.
Okay.
He's going to force Jaw out of hiding out in the open, in fact. And Bang's able to
That's
bring
at
him
least
down.
half.
The numbers favoring 100 Thieves, and we get a defuse in progress right now. It gets to half. Bang
That's
needs
like
help.
that's an incredibly
Vora
good
is
try
not quite
considering
quick
the
enough.
situation. The fact that
Kind of
that's even
situation where
slightly
that
doable
cove
is mad.
thrives. G2 know
Double
all
pistol for
about.
G2.
It is funny to see them
They're not playing Harbor
after
anymore.
playing so much Harbor.
Is
on
anyone
every
a
map,
believer? We saw something
not
similar to
playing
this
it on
today.
The best Harbor map.
The culprit is in chat.
Just
I
completely
don't want to
moving
say
away
his
from
name.
it. Able to get the second pistol though.
One of
and
many
it
culprits.
obviously
I don't want to
goes
single him
without
out.
saying, but they needed that to stay in the game, Mitch. Hate to state the obvious, but a little bit necessary. Good round from them.
It would be disappointing to see us
Zero belief.
move on to Sunset without Valen's rebuttal to Vora's attack side calling. I want to see some really inventive mid-rounding here. Baby Beidou wants to make it happen early on in the piece. It's the fast lane. Jaw's able to peer in though from main. That's nice. Big stack here towards double door. And Arsenal's going looking towards A main. Trent though is ready for him. Just
Ooh.
blows him up. Now Cryo might be one and done at best here. Unfortunately, not even that.
One enemy remaining.
I know the double initiator remains out of vogue. We've seen great util from both initiators in these first 2 rounds on the G2 attack. Massive
Calculated
value
the
from
prime. Appreciate
recon and on
the
pistol
15
round.
months.
Those pop flashes that Jaw was
Didn't
throwing
100 Thieves
backside
own
so his
NRG and
teammates could
EWC
swing.
Grand
They
Final
were
on
really the
Sunset?
difference maker when
Yeah,
we saw
but
100 Thieves on the retake.
NRG's worst map back in the
Saw it
day,
on the pistol for sure. They got the better
with
Cryo.
at least the
Nowhere to
core
go.
of the same foreign coach, was Sunset
This
slash
is nice from
Bind.
Trent. Trent really wants to take the chaos
And
of Timo and Arsenal, and
they've been
make these
playing a
rounds
lot of
predictable.
events
He wants to
and
eliminate
didn't really
that
have time
random
to look at
element.
it, whereas 100 Thieves were respectfully
everything
sitting at
Trent
home
has had.
practicing.
Phenomenal year.
Chasey
Easy
with the
top
prime.
10
Appreciate the
player
3
of
months.
2026.
Nice.
Oh my God.
I mean, little cast a curse there, but
Yeah.
it is tough to
Oh,
deal
what
with.
do you? I mean, what are you supposed to do about that? I mean, it's just ridiculous peak, ridiculous shot.
We were seeing this on the attack side, though, as
My
well
bad,
from
though,
100
Trent.
Thieves.
my bad, bro. That's on me.
Here's the walkout. Notice the trip there. Close by.
doable.
Timo, though, gets caught unawares.
Oh, the
Cryo
rat
in a position
cage,
to already
man.
cover that for a
Holy.
bit also. It ends up just
The
being a 1 for
actual
1 all of
rat
a sudden.
cage.
G2 are back.
Little tuck in the cage from Cryo there is crazy. All right, 3-on-3 retake.
The Acre cage.
100 Thieves couldn't find success in this situation on the pistol, but now that Asuna has been able to catch Leaf on that late backstab,
Coves,
100
they
Thieves
kind of
have
have to
a large
fight.
advantage,
It's a
and Jaw
fine
knows he
idea,
needs to do
though.
something
Like,
to
it's a
even it
fine
up.
idea. They actually
Just
do
not
the
good
right
enough.
thing.
The
But
timing there great for Arsenal as
just
they
an
came
aim
into
diff
mid,
right
but
now.
Yeah, you see these guys are looking for a chance to take a duel. And so they should. But right now, 100 Thieves in that metric are dominating this matchup.
It's just the anti-bonus, though. And we're looking at a G2 on their full buy who are going to have the null command for Jaw, who's gotten that up very early.
One enemy remaining.
Nice!
There's a lot of significance, though, on this game. I also think with the next map being G2's choice, it's Sunset. We've liked
At least
what we've
it's,
seen from 100 Thieves
least
on
it's
that
an
map.
early
It doesn't feel like
timeout.
G2 have a map veto here that gives them a huge leg up in any of
Like,
these
it's
maps.
not
We get Haven if we
fully
need it,
done
and
yet.
I wasn't really over the moon about their performance against Nongshim at EWC.
Yeah, feels like they're
They
not
still had a
exactly
timeout
sure
for the
where
whole
to take
first
the
half.
map forward
That's-
at the moment.
Yeah, that's
But
also a
maybe
very
since
good point.
EWC, little break for them. They've taken their Sunset to the next level. Regardless, though, Josh has no intentions of giving 100 Thieves an easy win here on Breeze, despite the deficit. Calls in the timeout. Obviously knows the value of this round. It's essentially the
What
match
should I say
on
in the
line
timeout?
right now.
Squid. Not sure.
Coming
Not
to
sure
around with
it's-
an L command up for G2
not
on
sure
the
it's as
attack
simple
side,
as
so there's
that.
always that
I don't
option
think you
of
can go cookie
just
cutter
slam-
and just go,
slam
right,
one
should
of
I
those
use
sites,
speech
try and
1
gamble
or
on the
should I
correct
use
one, the more
speech
lightly
9
held
today?
site and run it out through main behind that
It's
KO.
normally about what's going on.
See if there's something more subtle to it. But honestly, G2 might feel like going back to brass tacks could benefit them. And with noses up against the barrier, that might be
AK
what we're
Tony
about
with
to
the prime.
see.
Appreciate the 4 months. Your speech 9 is so good. I mean, then go for speech
And
9.
of course, 100 Thieves on the defense. They know that null command is coming, so They have the trip set up on B, send the Cypher over towards the A side.
They're playing so far back off the map here. Okay, so they signal an A split at the start of this round.
Cryo has to lock it down with just the gun if they go into A.
He's ready for it. Look at him with that positioning, the step to a bit of virtual high-low setup there in place for G2, allows them to win it out. Baby slides
nice
through
from
and gets
G2.
a trade
They
for
picked the
Trent.
right side
He's
on this
shocked
one
out,
as well.
finds Purchase
B
on Arsenal at the back of the
was
site.
fully stacked into it. It's a bit of a wrong read from 100 Thieves. If they were doing this, should they been... Let's wait, I guess.
Caught on this lurk.
I was going to say, should they have been playing like full retake over towards A with just how weak it was? Probably.
Forced back to an extent from Baby Bay going down that 1-for-1 moment.
Holding double door for G2 is so important
Mad.
in this round.
It's
They've
mad
lost
the deals they
Timo,
win.
look how it has slowed them down. They've come to a screeching halt. They're trying to smoke that
Wait, the
cross.
smoke's still
Timo does not care. Jorgamo gets his face blown off through the nebula. And bang, lands the finisher.
Felt like a moment of hesitation there from G2, maybe trying to get Leaf in a better
Rubbish,
position.
hello mate. The schedule's been fine, but I've been taking the second Americas off.
Being acquiesced. 100 Thieves
I'm out here
more than
part-timing.
willing to just get right back into backside, and what a play from their IGL4.
Oh my God.
That
moment there,
that's nice.
dead stop from G2 for me is emblematic of their issues right now. They're just
No
the
NRG
cause
and
are
MIBR.
decisive
No,
when
I'm
it
probably
doesn't
watching
come
that
through.
today. Especially if we're doing,
Losing lead
especially if we're
in mid
speed running
really
this
hurt
game. We're definitely watching.
Last chance saloon for G2. It's a really slow start with no interest about mid-control, no attempt for the split.
Worse than a stomp.
They take note of
Worse
this.
than a 13-0, 13-4, losing double pistol.
On this A side. Arsenal wants to explore in his punishment. Leaf's going to hold the angle there with the Guardian, and Bang will
I
try
get where
and
you're coming
slow
from.
them
Honestly,
down a little bit with his high tide.
within the
Beats him
team,
down yet
sure,
again.
it might actually
Huge
be
pick off
worth.
for Bora, who was brought
But
in
will
after
anyone
quiet start
remember a
to the round.
13-4? No. Will people
Bang's gotta
remember a
hit it.
13-0?
Oh, too
For
easy.
sure.
They line up for him. And he gets
Mate,
to
they're
13.
just making
Cove on the
plays
plant
after
location. Trent
plays.
is in trouble.
We're aim
Has to
diffing
find his way,
everyone.
kicking
Oops.
and screaming out of this, and a spray through the Cove is just
Look at
what
him
he
go,
needed.
man.
But it's so far from
G2
enough.
didn't win a single buy round. They won double
Thieves.
pistol. Those are the only 4.
Riding high, coming
Pistol,
back into
pistol,
Americas.
Antico.
Show us they haven't missed a beat.
Incredible look from them on their map pick, playing this comp that they've developed, brought to the fore.